This is a story you've heard before, but not like this. When I was a kid, I wanted nothing more than to be an entrepreneur. Scratch that, I didn't even know how to spell entrepreneur. I wanted to be an inventor. I read all those little Da Vinci history books they give you in elementary school. And then I read this book, and this book. And then I watched the Bezos videos in The Social Network. At the age of 13, being an entrepreneur or an inventor or a creator was my idea of what doing life right looks like. I wanted to do the whole thing, put things out into the world that people care about, and work with people I love, and hire teams, and lead groups of people, and make a shit-tillion dollars doing it. Obviously, I wanted to make a lot of money. I'm not one of those people that acts like they don't. And then I got to high school, and in a brown household, high school is about when real life starts slapping you in the face.
Oh!
That's around the time in your life when the question stops being who do you want to be when you grow up, or even what do you want to be when you grow up. And instead it becomes what should you be when you grow up. And then my whole definition of what doing things right in life meant completely shifted. And then I get to Stanford, which is this place that promises you that any dream you have can be a reality. But over the previous 4 years, doing things the right way got me to this point. So I had momentum and I kept doing things the right way. I majored in computer science. I took the LSAT. I interned in finance. Joined the Stanford Consulting Club. I did the whole fucking thing. And through all of it, I learned 3 very important things that I thought were the keys to life. 1, what other people think of me really matters. 2, having an absolutely certain plan is completely necessary. 3, security is the ultimate form of happiness. And of course, throughout all of this, there's still that little part of me that craves doing something actually meaningful or creative. On the side, I started a clothing brand called 42 with my best friends Milo and Kenny the summer before my senior year. But that was just for fun. It was never the plan. I didn't want to admit to myself that it was that part of my life, the part where I get to create things with my friends and build this machine, have this thing that's mine. I did not want to admit that that was the most fun, exciting part of my life, because I still had the plan of doing things right. So then I graduated and I started my job, and I kept running 42 with Milo and Kenny. It was great because I told myself I could live this double life where during the day I'm working my stable, high-paying job, and at night I could be this creative person working on this meaningful thing with my best friends. Safe to say, it didn't take very long to realize that that was just a fantasy. 42 started slowing down because we were so preoccupied with other things. Money in the business account started running out and we even went into debt at one point. In fact, maintaining this part of my life wasn't practical at all, period. Continuing to work a full-time job while trying to build a business with Milo and Kenny simultaneously was completely unsustainable, and my performance in both were hindered as a result. If we even wanted to entertain trying more, the only place we would be able to afford to live was the basement of Kenny's home in Bowie, Maryland. So now I'm presented with 2 choices. First, let go of Milo and Kenny. Forget about any of the ambitions or dreams or fantasies that we had in building something big together. Keep working my stable job, maybe get a promotion in the next few months, and then go to law school or business school in the next few years and then get a better job after that. Keep doing things the right way. Or, option 2, quit my job, move into a basement with Milo and Kenny with no real idea, no real motion, no stable income, no funding, and no idea what happens next. Now, I asked everyone in my life whose opinion matters to me, and of course, everyone told me to go with option 1. By all logical accounts, the right decision. So I made the obvious decision. I quit my job and I moved into the basement. Now, one thing I left out about all these stories of Steve Jobs and Jeff Bezos is that they all started in a basement too. And that chapter of the story is almost glorified because it's this quintessential startup story of just a couple of guys hacking things together in their mom's basement. But all of the people who write or talk about that period of their lives have already succeeded. So to them, in hindsight, it's easy to present it as this part of their hero's journey that had to happen for the rest of it to happen. I very quickly learned that that is not the reality of this part of the journey. Like I said, when we moved into the basement, there was no clear plan. All we knew was 2 things. We had to make something that mattered to us and made all of this worth it, and also pay off all of our business debt and actually get the money to keep going. And the experience of dealing with that uncertainty and having to overcome it in a basement while all of my other friends and people my age are living in major cities with stable incomes is viscerally uncomfortable in theory. And I have a bad habit of spending a lot of time in theory. So the first non-negotiable thing I had to do was get out of my head, create a bias towards action. Go back to the whiteboard. Literally. We roughly knew in the ideas we were exploring that we wanted it to be in consumer and we wanted it to use technology. We listed out all of the good ideas that we've ever had, and then we started experimenting with all of them. There was one that was very personal to me that we actually saw some positive signal for. I won't get into it too much in this video, but Speakeasy is an AI companion that helps you become a better speaker and communicator. Now, sitting in a basement with nothing but an idea is a humbling experience because all 3 of us were now stripped away of all of these status signals that we were so used to enjoying over the past few years. There's no more title, no more direction. Those 3 things I said I thought thought were important back in college, out the window. We were reduced down to nothing but our ability to ideate and execute. Many people think they know how to deal with serious uncertainty, and some people really are just born good at it. But like I said, I was raised in a brown household. Certainty is our best currency. But I also learned that on the other side of every uncertain decision is everything you want, because when everything is uncertain, anything is possible. And about a month and a half in of hacking away at this project, we finally started to get some attention. So we fly to San Francisco and we start attending some investor meetings. And we get a little bit of interest. One thing follows another, and eventually we raise our first round of funding. This room that I'm filming this in, this is the basement. But we're gonna move to San Francisco in a couple of days, and then in 3 months we're gonna move to New York. We have by no means succeeded in the game of entrepreneurship. If anything, all we've really accomplished is permission to get started. And before all that begins, I just want to pay homage to the basement, because I see now what it is all of these people I look up to found in the basement and why it's such a key part of all of their stories. It's not necessarily because you're more productive in terms of work in a basement. It's because the basement is where you learn to grasp uncertainty and even enjoy it. The basement doesn't have to be literal. It can be any form of a forcing function to take you to that other side where you realize that anything is possible. I'm beyond excited for what's next.